Hey, we're back here at HP Discover in Barcelona. I'm Andy McCaskey from SDR News, and we've got a special guest from Microsoft. And again, thanks to Microsoft for making the live streaming possible for us here at HP Discover. We've got Thale Mjavatn,
yes,
who is from Norway, I understand.
Yeah.
And we're going to be talking about big data, but a lot of talk about big data, maybe not as much talk about getting value out of big data.
Yeah.
What is your role here in Western Europe?
So I work as the product manager for application platform of Microsoft, which means that I'm out there talking about value for customers, for our solutions on business intelligence and big data. And one of our, I would say, the most important socket we have for big data now is the parallel data warehouse, which is an appliance that we deliver with HP. So I am really happy to be here now to talk about what value that can bring to the customer.
No. Well, a lot of trying to understand the value of big data is looking at data sets that you may not even be planning to look at. Talk about that and why that's so hard.
Yeah, it's hard to know what you need to look at sometimes, because you don't know there are so big amounts of data out there that you don't know what you have to look for before you find some answers to some questions, and then new questions comes up. So it's really important to have access to different types of data sets and not spend too much time finding that data for a business user, not just for IT.
Yeah, we were kind of struggling for an example, and one that we kind of cooked up was a retailer's example, where you're working with, across Western Europe, you're selling winter clothing, but you could also get public databases that would show movement of cold fronts and warm fronts. How would you take that public database and combine it with transactional data that you know and get business value out of it?
So I would use the application we have called Parallel Data Warehouse, where you can combine the data from unstructured data sets with the data you have in your business data warehouse, your internal data, which is actually one of the unique factors we have. Our joint solution is offer our customers now.
Yeah. So you would be able to correlate the movement of cold fronts with particular types of sweaters and so forth, and then adjust your inventory.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can send clothes to the warmer clothes to the colder areas when you can see the weather forecast, and you can combine that with your inventory data.
Yeah, or you could combine that with perhaps the clickstream information that you have from your website.
Exactly.
To find that as well. Mm-hmm. So I understand that the PDW interfaces particularly well with Hadoop, or very large unstructured data projects.
Yes, there is a factor of a parallel data warehouse called Polybase, which has that interaction with Hadoop and can easily get information from Hadoop and work with the data you have in your data warehouse, just talking to it like a normal SQL script.
Yeah. So this is a joint development between HP and Microsoft.
Yeah, so HP has the hardware and Microsoft has the software on this.
So what's your role in spreading the word and letting people know about this capability?
Yeah, so for example, I'm here today, and we have a booth. Microsoft has a booth with a big parallel data warehouse appliance that we're showing to our customers. But also we are running a roadshow in next quarter together, where we have some big data specialists that will talk about the solution in general, but also go deeper to meet all our customers and tell the great story.
You used an interesting phrase early about having PDW as a socket, implying that you can plug in data sets. Is that the right way of thinking?
I think that's the way to think in the future, because for most enterprises out there, you will have internal data and you will have external data that you want to do analysis on. You don't want to do one or the other. Moving forward, you want to do both. And then the appliance like Parallel Data Warehouse is, a great way to start doing that. So moving forward in the future, yes, I believe it's very important.
Okay.
Aspect.
So I know that you can search for PDW on the HP site. I don't have the jump code for that, but on the Microsoft site, is there a quick way to learn more?
Yeah, it's microsoft.com/PDW.
Excellent, excellent. Thale, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Thank you.
Thanks to you folks for joining us on our continuing coverage of HP Discover from Barcelona.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Andy.